Welcome into Jack D. Hughes Memorial Park, game one of two of this doubleheader between the Lenoir Legends and your Pineville Porcupines. We're set to have the first pitch here in a minute, right at 5 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. We will see you at first pitch. Welcome into the broadcast here in the booth. First batter for the Lenoir Legends, number 7, Tyler Steele. As that's hit to third. And going to be thrown to first for out number 1 here. So now we see number 21, Drew Noblet. And that's going to be hit to hard to left center. And that will be in for a base hit as Drew Noblet has a stand-up double. So number 29, Mike Lewishaw. As that's going to be hit into center, and that will drop in for a base hit as Drew Noblet comes in to score. So Legends jump on top here first as they have a 1-0 lead over the Porcupines. So we see number 15, Emmett Brown, step up to the plate here. As that's down in for strike number 1. See number 28, Nathaniel Volk on the mound for the Porcupines today in game 1 of 2 of the doubleheader. As that's low for ball 1. And that one's going to be outside. That's chopped up into the netting. 2-2 count. So 2-2 counts. As that's hit to first, quickly thrown to second, back to first for the double play. So as we head to the bottom of the first inning, Lenoir Legends 1, Porcupines 0. Welcome back to Jack D. Hughes Memorial Park as we see the leadoff batter for the Porcupines, number 8, Cam Farrell. So Porcupines up to the plate for the first time here in game one, as that one's high for ball number 1. And that one's going to drop for a strike. So even count 1-1 to Cam here. As that one's inside. Two 1 count here to Cam. As that's going to be hit and over the second baseman's head into right center. So base hit. That's a single for Cam Farrell. So after that single by Cam Farrell, we see number 10, Derek Fay, step up to the plate here for the Porcupines. As that one's going to be popped up into left. And that will be caught for out number 1. Now batting number 21, Jackson Hughes. So 1 out, 1 on. We see number 21, Jackson Hughes, step up to the plate. So warm day here in Pineville, North Carolina, as we're looking at around 89 degrees here in game 1 of the doubleheader. As first pitch to Jackson's called strike. So Cam showing pretty good leadoff at first. Has 0-1 count. Here's the pitch, and that one's inside. So it evens up the count, 1-1. As that's thrown back to first, Cam will get to the bag safely. As that one hits the corner for strike number 2. So Jackson Hughes stepping back into the box, eyeing a 1-2 count. As Cam takes off, that will be fouled off into the netting. So Cam will trot back to first. So 1-2 count. As that one's hit into the gap into left, and that's another base hit here. So Porcupine runners on first and second now with 1 out. And we see number 31, Ethan McLean, step up to the plate. as that's hit up the middle and will be misplaced. So Cam Farrell's coming into home to tie up this ball game at 1 apiece. So Porcupine runners still on first and second after that single by Ethan McLean. And we see number 34, Chris Manriquez, step up to the plate. So number 30, Sam Carpenter on the mound here for the Legends. In game 1 of 2 of the doubleheader, as that one's inside to Chris to make it an early 1-0 count. As that one's low, so 2-0 count. As that one's going to be hit to center. And that will be caught for out number 2. So with 2 outs, runners are now on the corners now. And we see number 13, Cam Murray, step up to the plate. Runners on the corners, 2 outs here. As that one's going to be hit into right and foul. So Cam steps back into the box, eyeing an 0-1 count. As that one's hit hard in the left, and that will be down for a base hit. So that will score in Jackson Hughes. And now the score is 2-1 Porcupines, with runners now on first and second. And we're going to see number 3, Declan O'Hara, step up to the plate here. As that one's going to be scorched into left, and that's another base hit. As Ethan McLean's coming in at home. And he's in safely. And Declan's going to slide into second. So Porcupines now 3-1 lead over the Lenoir Legends. As Porcupine batters are hot here early. And we see number 11, Emerson Monbaron. So bats are hot here in the bottom of the first inning. Runners on second and third. As that one's popped up to center and caught for out number 3. So as we head to the top of the second inning, Pineville Porcupines 3, Lenoir Legends 1. So, welcome back to Jack D. Hughes Memorial Park here as the Porcupines jump on top here early as they have a 3-1 lead over the Legends. As we see number 36, Jake Bedoglio. That one's outside, so 1-0 count. That one's inside, 2-0 count. As that one's going to be hit to center. And it's going to be caught for out number 1 here. So now we see number 20, Colson Miller. As that one's fouled off into, so 0-1 count. A 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. As that one's low. So 2-1 count. And that's going to be hit hard down the third base line, but foul. Two and two count now. As that one's fouled off in the backstop. So 2-2 count still. As that one's low to make it a full count now. As that one's going to be popped up to left. And that'll be caught by Declan O'Hara for out number 2. So now we're going to see number 24, Gage Weaver, step up to the plate. 2 outs, no one on. As that one's outside, so 1-0 count to Gage. And that's down for strike 1 to even up the count. As I'll be chopped back to Nathaniel Volk, thrown to first for out number 3 here. So as we head to the bottom of the second inning, Porcupines still on top, 3-1. We'll see you in the bottom of the second. So welcome back to Jack D. Hughes Memorial Park here in the bottom of the second inning as we see number 1, A.J. Anderson, step up to the plate here for the Porcupines. As A.J. shows bunt and pulls it back. So 1-0 count. As that one's also inside to make it a 2-0 count. That one's low, so 3-0 count here to A.J. Anderson. Start off the bottom of the second inning. As that one's down for strike number 1. So if you're just tuning into the broadcast, Porcupines jumped on top here early as they have a 3-1 lead over the Lenoir Legends. As that one's going to be fouled off over the Legends dugout. So full count. As that's high and inside. And that'll be ball number 4 as AJ will trot to first for a walk.
Now batting number 8, Cam Farrell.
So now we see number 8, Cam Farrell, step up to the plate here.
Oh, this pizza is mad. Just because you had it, I should have passed it. I did drive past it. I didn't break it.
As that one's going to be hit to third, and it's going to go by him. So I'll put Porcupine runners on first and second now.
Now batting number 10, Derek Fay.
And now we see number 10, Derek Fay. As that one's down for strike number 1. As that one is called ball, even up the count 1-1. As that one is scorched to left center. And that'll hit the wall. As 2 runners will come in to score here. And stand up double for Derek Fay. So Pineville Porcupines now 5, Lenoir Legends 1. And now we see number 21, Jackson Hughes, step up to the plate. As that one's going to be hit to shorts and thrown to first for out number 1. So 1 out. Derek Fay on second. So we see number 31, Ethan McLean, step up to the plate. as that one is going to be hit to center and not caught, so that's down. As Derek Fay comes in and he will score at home, and Ethan McLean is in at second. So Porcupines now 6, Lenoir Legends 1 with 1 out, and we see number 34, Chris Manriquez, step up to the plate. So Porcupines bats continue to stay hot here in the bottom of the second inning. So Chris steps up to the plate. As that one's going to be hit to center, and that's down for a base hit as Ethan McLean comes in. So he will also score. And now Porcupine 7, Legends 1. As that was a single for Chris Manriquez. And now we see number 13, Cam Murray. As that's fouled. So 1 count to Cam. That one's low. So 1-1 count to Cam. As Chris Manriquez thought about going to second. And the ball thrown back to first, but he will get back to the bag safely. It's going to be popped up. That will be foul, so 1-2 count. As that one's going to be hit into the gap into right, so that's another base hit for the Porcupines as Cam Murray is in with a single. So 1 out, runners on first and second. We see number 3, Declan O'Hara, step up to the plate. As that one's inside for a 1-0 count. That one's down for strike number 1. Even up the count, 1-1. As that one's high. So Declan now eyeing a 2-1 count. And that one's going to be fouled off. So 2-2 count to Declan O'Hara. With 1 out, runners on first and second for the Porcupines. And here's the pitch. As that one's high. Full count now. That's hit foul. So full count here to Declan O'Hara. As that one's called strike. So out number 2.
Now batting number 11, Emerson Monbear.
So now we see number 11, Emerson Monbear, step up to the plate with 2 outs. Runner still on first and second for the Porcupines. As that one's going to be hit and caught by the second baseman for out number 3 here. So as we head to the top of the third inning, Porcupines on top here early, 7-1 over the Lenoir Legends. We'll see you at the top of the third. Welcome back to the broadcast as we see number 35, Connor Davis, step up to the plate here for the Legends.
35, Connor Davis.
As that one's a swing and a miss for strike number 1. That one's going to be outside, even if the count 1-1 to Connor.
Any day.
2-1 count now. One's outside. 3-1 count. As that one's outside for ball number 4, so that'll be a walk for Connor Davis.
Now batting number 13, Donald Gorgay.
And we see Donald Gorgay, number 13, step up to the plate. That one's high and inside, so 1-0 count. As that's quickly thrown back to first. Connor will get there safely to the back to the bag. That one's down for strike number 1 to even up the count 1-1. It's going to be fouled off. So 1-2 count now. That one's going to be hit to center. And sliding catch by Emerson Monbaron. Great catch out there in center. That's out number 1. So now we see number 7, Tyler Steele. So 1 out, 1 on. Here's the pitch to him. That's him for strike number 1. As that one's a swing and a miss. So 0-2 count to Tyler. As that one bounces in the dirt. So Tyler now eyeing a 1-2 count. As that's a swing and a miss for out number 2 here. So now we see number 21, Drew Noblet. That's going to be hit to center, and that'll be a base hit. Put the Legends on first and second. And we see number 29, Mike Lewishaw. As that's going to be chopped to third and stepped on the bag for out number 3. So as we head to the bottom of the 3rd inning, Porcupines still on top, 7-1 over the Lenoir Legends, and we'll see you then. Welcome back to Jack T. Hughes Memorial Park as we see number 1, A.J. Anderson, step up to the plate here. As that's scorched into the left. And that's a single for A.J. Anderson. And now we see number 8, Cam Farrell, step up to the plate. A.J. Anderson looking to steal on first as that's down for strike number 1. A 1 count here to Cam. As he shows bunt and AJ takes off the second. No one's there. So he will slide in safely to second with a stolen base. And Cam Farrell stepping back into the box, eyeing an 0-2 count. As that one's going to be hitting to right into foul territory. And that's going to be foul. Cam staying alive in the count. Still an 0-2 count here. As that one's inside. A 1-2 count.
This is www.livewirecable.com.
AJ looks to steal, slides back to second.
We're good. Just the sound that. Yeah, that's all it says on it. It didn't say what kind of thing it was. I'm sure somebody can tell which that's what that
As that's hit down the first base line. And that'll put runners on the corners for the Porcupines as Cam's in at first.
Now batting number 10, Derek Fay.
And now we see number 10, Derek Fay, step up to the plate. As Lenoir legends want to talk things over on the mounds. So first meeting on the mound here today. If you're just joining into the broadcast, Pineville Porcupines on top here early as they have a 7-1 lead over the Lenoir Legends. Still a warm day in game 1 of the doubleheader. It's around 88 degrees here in Pineville, North Carolina. as meeting on the mound ends, and we shall resume play here with number 10, Derek Fay, stepping up to the plate here as he had a base hit in his first at bat. That one's outside to make it an early 1-0 count. As that one's outside. And Cam Farrell will take second base. So now Porcupine runners on second and third. 1-0 count to Derek Fay. Here's the pitch. And that's down into the dirt. A.J. Anderson thought about coming home there. So as Derek steps back into the box, now eyeing a 3-0 count. And that's going to be down for strike number 1. As that one is outside, so that's ball number 4. And Derek Fay will trot down to first. As bases are loaded now here for the Porcupines. And we see number 21, Jackson Hughes. As it looks like we will have a pitching change here for the Lenoir Legends. So number 29, Mike Lewishaw, will be on the mound here for the Legends as he takes a couple warm-up pitches. And we shall resume play here shortly with Jackson Hughes, number 21, stepping up to the plate here in the bottom of the third inning. So bases are loaded here for the Porcupines as Jackson Hughes, number 21, steps up to the plate here. After that pitching change by Lenoir Legends, number 29, Mike Lewishaw, on the mound here in the bottom of the third inning. As that one's going to be hit to center. And it's going to be caught for out number 1 as A.J. Anderson will come in to score. So Porcupines 8, Lenoir Legends 1. As we see number 31 now, Ethan McLean stepping up to the plate. Runners on first and second now. And that's down into the dirt for a 1-0 count. As that one's down for strike number 1 to even up the count, 1-1. As that one's inside. As that one's going to be fouled off. So 1-2 count now to Ethan McLean. As that one's going to be high to even up the count, 2-2. That one's going to be popped up to shallow center and will be caught. As Cam Farrell thought about coming home there. So now we see number 34, Chris Manriquez. Runners on second and third. As that one's outside. A 1-0 count. As that one's going to be hitting to center. And that will drop for a base hit. And that's going to score in 2. So Chris Manriquez with a double. As we see number 13, Cam Murray, step up to the plate. Porcupines now have a 9-1 lead over the Legends. As that one's going to be skied in the air and caught at second for out number 3. So as we head to the top of the 4th inning, Porcupines still on top as they have a 9-1 lead over the Legends. And we'll see you in the top of the 4th. So welcome back to Jack D. Hughes Memorial Park as we see number 15, Amaret Brown, stepping up to the plate.
Number 15, Amber. Wow.
As that one's low, so 1-0 count to Amaret. If you're just tuning into the broadcast, the Porcupines have a 10-1 lead over the Lenoir Legends. As that one's outside. Two one count now. As that one's a swing and a miss. Even 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. That one's outside. So Amaret Brown now eyeing a full count. As that one's going to be hit to center. Another sliding catch by Emerson Monbaron out there in center field.
Now batting number 36, Jake Bedolio.
So now we see Jake Bedolio, number 36, stepping up to the plate here for the Legends as Emerson Monbaron has made two sliding grabs here today. So that will be a 1-0 count. As that's down for a strike to even up the count, 1-1. One and two count. As that's down for strike number 3, out number 2 here.
Now batting number 20, Colson Miller.
So now we see number 20, Colson Miller, stepping up to the plate with 2 outs, no one on. That one's fouled off, 0-1 count. That one's going to be outside, even up the count, 1-1. And that one's fouled off again.
It's something about like playoff runs or whatever. Because if they, maybe it's like one of those possibilities that they win someone else. Maybe they might not hire Steve. Yeah. That's what it is. Yeah, that's all it is. Steve's already in the playoffs? They're not? Oh, Lord.
So Colson's now eyeing a 2-2 count.
Whose is that?
That one's fouled off. Keep the count the same, 2-2. That one's down into the dirt, so full count now. And that one's ball number 4 as Colson trots to first, as that's a walk. And now we see number 24, Gage Weaver.
24, Gage Weaver. Wow, I already jack shit though. This range right there, it's like 952 through 60. Only fine. And then driver is fine.
That one's hitting to right. And that would be a base hit for Gage.
3 through 7.
So runners on first and second now for the Legends.
35, Connor.
And we see number 35, Connor Davis, stepping up to the plate here for the Legends. And 2 outs in the top of the fourth here.
So weird it does that. You just sit in the air, just read out. I don't figure it out.
As that one's a swing and a miss. So 0-1 count. That one's inside to even up the count, 1-1. That one's chopped foul. So 1-2 count now. That one's in foul territory. And we'll drop before Chris Manriquez can get to it. So still a 1-2 count here. As that's chopped foul into the Legends dugout. As that's down for strike number 3, out number 3 here. As we head to the bottom of the fourth inning, score still Porcupines 10, Legends 1. And welcome back to Jack D. Hughes Memorial Park as we see number 3, Declan O'Hara, step up to the plate here in the bottom of the 4th inning. As that one's outside, 1-0 count. That one's a swing and a miss for strike number 1 to even up the count. 1-1 to Declan. That one's high. 2-1 count now. That one is a little outside to make the count 3-1 now. Down for a strike. So Declan stepping back into the box, eyeing a full count. Hit hard, but in foul territory. As activity is now happening in the Porcupine bullpen. As that one's high and ball number 4, so that'll be a walk for Declan. So now we see number 11, Emerson Monbaron. That's called balk, so Declan will head to second. So that's a swing and a miss, so 0-1 count to Emerson. That one's going to be popped up to the third base. And he will catch it for out number 1. So now we see A.J. Anderson, number 1, with Declan O'Hara on second and 1 out here. So that one's outside, so 1-0 count. That one's going to be popped up. As that one's off the net. So 1-1 count to A.J. Anderson. That one's called ball. Declan had a pretty good lead off there at second. As another balk is called, so Declan will head to third. So 2-1 count to AJ. As that's going to be hitting to left, and Declan O'Hara will come in to score.
Number 8, Cam Farrell.
So now we see number 8, Cam Farrell. As Porcupines now lead 11-1 over the Legends. That one's low. So 1-0 count to Cam.
JJ? Maybe. Yeah, I don't think he played for Seattle. Yeah, I remember JJ. JJ. They had a bunch of running backs, he might have played for
As that one's going to be in the left field.
I'm going to try. I got one guess last.
And that will be a single for Cam Farrell. Runners now on first and second for the Porcupines.
Now batting number 10, Derek.
And we see number 10, Derek Fay, stepping up to the plate.
Lost it. Does this show the rest of the guys? What does it mean by the 2%? Like nobody gets out. Yeah, it's like look, Jared would pull like
As that one's going to be skied high. And that pop-up will be caught for 2 outs. And now we see number 21, Jackson Hugas, step up to the plate. Runners on first and second for the Porcupines, 1 out. Here in the bottom of the 4th inning. That one's hit back up to the pitcher and thrown to first for out number 3. So as we head to the top of the 5th inning, Pineville Porcupines 11, Lenoir Legends 1. See you in the top of the 5th. Welcome back to Jack D. Hughes Memorial Park as new pitcher on the mound for the Porcupines, number 9, James Saligo. And we see number 13, Donald Gorgie. That one's low, so 1-0 count. That one's down into the dirt, so 2-0 count to Donald. That one fouled off over the Legends dugout. So that evens up the count 1-1. That one's going to be high. Donald now eyeing 3-1 count. That one's hit to second. Thrown to first for out number 1. So now we're going to see number 7, Tyler Steele. That one's going to be high. 1-0 count. That's down for a strike to even up the count 1-1 to Tyler. That one's going to be fouled off. 1-2 count to Tyler Steele. That's in for strike number 3. That'll be out number 2. And we see Drew Noble at number 21. As that's in for strike number 1. It's called ball to even up the count. And it's going to be hit into center. So Drew will be on first with a single. So now we see Mike Lewisall, number 29. As that one's in for strike number 1. And that one's in for strike number 2. As that one's a swing and a miss. So that will be game 1 of 2 for the doubleheader. As Pineville Porcupines take this one 11-1 over the Legends. And game 2 of the doubleheader will start in around approximately 15 minutes. We will see you during game number 2. Welcome into Jack D. Hughes Memorial Park of Game 2 of the doubleheader between the Lenoir Legends and your Pineville Porcupines. Leading off for the Legends, we see number 10, Alec Marvin. As it goes by for strike number 1. As that's a swing and a miss, so Alec Marvin's eyeing a 0-2 count. As that one's low, so a 1-2 count now. So new pitcher on the mound, number 26, Colin Ott for the Porcupines. That's down into the dirt, and that evens up the count, 2-2. As that one's low, so Alec Marvin's now eyeing a full count. That one's popped up in foul territory, and that will be caught by Ethan McLean for out number 1 here. So 1 out, no one on. We see number 7, Tyler Steele, step up to the plate for the Legends. That's a swing and a miss for strike number 1. That's hit up the middle. AJ Anderson will scoop that up and throw it to first. The ball goes by him, so Tyler Steele will get on first. So Mike Lewishall, number 29, will step up to the plate. As that goes by for strike number 1. And that one's high, so evens up the count, 1-1. That one's down for a strike. So 1-2 count now. As ball gets away. So 2-1 count now. That's thrown back to first. That's a swing and a miss. So we see Amrit Brown, number 15, step up to the plate. Tyler Steele still on first. As that one's down for strike number one. As that one's going to be hit second and thrown to first for out number 3 here. So as we head to the bottom of the first inning, still scoreless here, as Porcupines step up to the plate for the first time here in game 2 of the doubleheader. Now, welcome back to Jack D. Hughes Memorial Park. As leadoff batter for the Porcupines is number 8, Cam Farrell. As that one's down for strike number 1. That one's going to be popped up to right in foul territory and will drop foul. So as Cam walks back to the plate, he's now eyeing an 0-2 count. As that one will also drop into foul grounds. That one skied high and will be dropped by the catcher. So Cam will stay alive in the count as it remains the same 0-2. As that one's outside. So 1-2 count now. As that one's hit hard up the middle. And it'll be thrown to first for out number 1. So now we see number 10, Derek Fay, step up to the plate here. That one's called low, so 1-0 count. That one's outside, so 2-0 count to Derek Fay. Three-0 count now. As that one's down for strike number 1. And that's ball number 4, so that'll be a walk for Derek Fay. And we see number 21, Jackson Hughes, step up to the plate. Derek Fay on first. As that one's outside, so 1-0 count. That one's going to be inside. And Derek thought about going to second there. So 2-0 counts as Jackson Hughes steps into the box. It's going to be popped up foul. And that's down for a strike to even up the count, 2-2. As that one's going to be hitting to right. And we'll go over the head of the right fielder. As that will be a hit by Jackson Hughes. And now we see number 31, Ethan McLean, with 1 out and runners on the corners here for the Porcupines. As that one's going to be fouled off. And that one's going to be in the dirt to even up the count, 1-1. As that's going to hit Ethan McLean. So bases are loaded here for the Porcupines. So with 1 out, and we see number 34, Chris Manriquez, step up to the plate. as that goes by him. So 0-1 count. And that one's going to be low and in the dirt to even up the count. 1-1 to Chris. As that hits the corner for a strike. So 1-2 count now. And that's going to hit Chris in the foot. So one runner will come in. And Porcupines are on top, 1-0 over the Legends. And base is still loaded. We see number 24, Luis Palillo. That's down for strike number 1. As that one's fouled off into the netting. So Louis now eyeing a 0-2 count. As that's going to be hit to third and thrown to first for out number 2. So now we see number 23, Nick Curtis, step up to the plate. As that chopper to third scored in another run for the Porcupines, as now they're have a 2-0 lead over the Legends. And his first pitch to Nick is hit to left and caught for out number 3. So as we head to the top of the second inning, Porcupines jumped on top first as they have a 2-0 lead over the Legends. We'll see you in the top of the second. And welcome back to the broadcast as we see Boone Herman, number 2, step up to the plate here first for the Legends. As that one's down for strike number one. As that one's chopped to third, and it'll be thrown to first for out number one. Now we see number 5, Christian Chinnon. As that's going to be hit and caught for out number 2 here. So now we see number 36, Jake Bedoglio. That one's down for strike number one. That one's high to even up the count, 1-1. As that one's called ball, so 2-1 count. That one's low, so 3-1 count now. That one's down for strike number 2. So Jake's now eyeing a full count. As that's going to be ball number 4 and a walk. So now we see number 20, Colson Miller, step up to the plate. 2 outs, runner on first for the Legends. As that one's popped up in the foul territory. And that'll be caught for out number 3 here. So as we head to the top of the second inning, Porcupines still on top, 2-0 over the Legends. Welcome back to Jack T. Hughes Memorial Park, game 2 of this doubleheader. As we see number 11, Emerson Monbaron, step up to the plate. And that's down for strike number 1. Number 35, Connor Davis, still on the mound for the Legends. As that one's inside, even up the count 1-1. And that one's pointed down the first base line, called safe. So 2-1 count now. As that one's low, so 3-1 count to Emerson Monbaron. As that's ball 4, and Emerson will trot to first as that's a walk. Still hot here in Pineville, North Carolina, as we're looking at around 85 degrees here. And we see number 1, A.J. Anderson. As he shows bunt, and Emerson will head to second. And he's in there safely. Stolen base by Emerson Monbaron. So AJ stepping back into the box, eyeing an 0-1 count. That one's inside. Teeing up the count 1-1. That one's inside. And into the dirt, and Emerson Monbaron will take third. So 2-1 count now. Be chopped foul. So 2-2 now. And that's going to be hit hard into the left. And caught as Emerson will tag up and score. So Porcupines now have a 3-0 lead over the Legends. And we see the top of the lineup again, number 8, Cam Farrell. That one's fouled off. So 0-1 count now. And that's down for strike number 2. As there's been activity in the Porcupine bullpen. That one's high, so 1-2 count to Cam. That one's hits the corner and called strike 3 for out number 2. And now we see number 10, Derek Fay. And that one's high. 1-0 count. That's down for a strike to even up the count. That one's down for ball number 2, so 2-1 count. As that one's going to hit Derek Fay as he heads down the first baseline. Now we see number 21, Jackson Hughes. That's going to be hits to right, and that will drop as Jackson Hughes has a stand-up double, and Derek Fay's heading home. So Porcupines now have a 3-0 lead, 4-0 lead over the Legends. And we see number 31, Ethan McLean. As that one's skied high. Will be caught by the first baseman for out number 3 here. But Porcupines still on top here as they have a 4-0 lead over the Legends as we head to the top of the 3rd inning. Welcome back to Jack D. Hughes Memorial Park. As we see number 9, Henry Stewart, step up to the plate for the Legends. As that one's low, so 1-0 count. That one's outside, so 2-0 count. As Colin Ott, number 26, is still on the mound here for the Porcupines. That one's fouled off. 2-1 count. as that one's low. And that's going to be hit to short, and A.J. Anderson will pick it up and throw it to Ethan McLean at first for out number 1. And now we're going to see number 10, Alec Marvin. That one's going to be outside, so 1-0 count. So that's going to be hitting to left for a base hit. As Alec Marvin is on first with a single. Now we see number 7, Tyler Steele. As that one's high, so 1-0 count. As a swing and a miss, and quickly thrown back to first, so he evens up the count 1-1. And that's down for strike number 2. As that's a swing and a miss for strike 3, out 2 here. And we see Mike Louisjal, number 29. And
These guys are on today, Brad. They're on today. Dude, what are we doing? Can we strike somebody out?
so runner on second now for the Legends, as that was called a balk. And Mike called time right before that pitch. And that one's going to be high, so 1-0 count. As that one's a swing and a miss to even up the count 1-1. As that one's inside. So Mike is now eyeing a 2-1 count. One's going to be low and in the dirt. 3-1 count. As that's going to be hitting to left. And it's going to be caught for out number 3. So as we head to the bottom of the third, Porcupines 4, Legends 0. Welcome back to Jack D. Hughes Memorial Park as Porcupines have a 4-0 lead over the Legends, and we see number 34, Chris Manriquez, step up to the plate here in the bottom of the third inning. As that's fouled off behind us. New pitcher on the mound for the Legends, number 1, Connor Stewart. As 0-1 count. And that's in for strike number 2. That one is fouled off. And that other one's going to be hit to center. And that's going to be caught for route number 1. So we see number 33, Eli Shanice. As that one's high. 1-0 count. So that's down for strike number 1, even if the count 1-1. As that's a swing and a miss for strike number 2. That one's going to be hit to center for out number 2 here. And now we see number 23, Nick Curtis. As that's outside, so 1-0 count. That one's going to be hit to right in the gap and be down for a double for Nick Curtis. Now we see number 11, Emerson Monbaron. That's down for strike number 1. As that one's hitting the gap into left. And that's going to be a single for Emerson. Puts runners on the corners here with 2 outs. And we're going to see number 1, A.J. Anderson. As that one's going to be thrown to second to the rundown. And Emerson gets out for out number 3 here. And Porcupines still on top here. So we head to the bottom of the third. Welcome back to the broadcast as we see number 15, Emmerich Brown, here in the top of the 4th inning. The Porcupines have a 5-0 lead over the Legends. Here in game 2 of the doubleheader. As that one's outside. New pitcher on the mound for the Porcupines. We see number 16, Britton Adams. As that one's down for strike number 1 to even up the count, 1-1. As that one's going to be fouled off. So 1-2 count now. As that one's going to be outside. So 2-2 count now. As that's fouled off into the netting. Count remains the same, 2-2 to Emmerich Brown. So that bounces down into the dirt. We'll now see a full count. So that's hit hard to right. And it will bounce into the wall as Emmerich's going for 2. And slides in there safely. So now we see number 2, Boone Herman. Runner on second and no outs here. That's down the middle for strike number 1. That's going to be hit down the first base line. And runner comes in to score for the Legends, as they're on the board, but the Porcupines still have a 5-1 lead over them.
Now batting number 5, Christian Chin.
And we see number 5, Christian Chin. As that's going to be chopped to short, quickly thrown to second to get the lead guy out.
Now batting number 36, Jake Bedolia.
And now we see number 36, Jake Bediglio. And that's down for strike number 1. As that one's called high to even up the count, 1-1. That one's also high. Jake now eyeing a 2-1 count. As that one's fouled off over the Legends dugout to even up the count, 2-2. As that one misses the plate. And now we see a full count. And that's down for strike 3, out number 2 here. So now we see number 20, Colson Miller. Two outs, runner on first for the Legends. Here's the pitch to Colson. That's hit the third and thrown to first. As he's safe, the ball bounced off the glove. So runners on the corners now for the Legends.
Now batting number 9, Hank Stewart.
And now we see number 9, Hank Stewart. With runners on the corners here and 2 outs. As first pitch down the middle for strike number one. As that one's low to even up the count 1-1. That one's going to be outside. So Hank's now eyeing a 2-1 count here. As that's down for strike to even up the count 2-2. As that one's low, so Hank's now eyeing a full count. As that one's going to be fouled off. So count remains the same here. As that one's going to be hit to short and thrown over to first for out number 3 here. So Porcupines still on top here as they have a 5-1 lead over the Legends. And we'll see you next. Welcome back to Jack D. Hughes Memorial Park. As we see number 1, A.J. Anderson, step up to the plate here first for the Porcupines. As that one's outside, so 1-0 count. As that one's going to be hit to right, and that barely drops foul. So now AJ's eyeing in a 1-1 count. That one's popped foul over the Legends dugout. So that one's hit back to the pitcher. And you're going to be thrown to first for out number 1 here. So now we see the top of the lineup again. You see number 8, Cam Farrell. As that one's down for strike number 1. And that one's down for strike number 2 here. That one's going to be outside, so 1-2 count. So 84 degrees here in game 2 of the doubleheader as the sun decided to go behind the trees. As that one's low to even up the count 2-2. That one's outside. So Cam's now eyeing a full count. As that one's going to be high and ball number 4, so that'll be a walk for Cam Farrell. And now we see number 10, Derek Fay, with 1 out, 1 on. So that's in for strike number 1. That's going to be popped up into left. And we'll drop in there. As Cam slides in at third and Derek Fay at second. Porcupine runners at second and third with 1 out. And now we see number 21, Jackson Hughes.
Now batting number 21, Jackson Hughes.
As that one's high, 1-0 count.
Let's see if I get a fan spot in here. After this pitch. Try to do let's go team.
And that's down for a strike to even up the count. 1 apiece. As that's going to be low for a 2-1 count here to Jackson. So that's down for a strike. So even count again, 2-2. It's going to be outside. So Jackson's now on a full count with one out. Runners still on second and third for the Porcupines. As that one's down for strike number 3 and out number 2 here.
Now batting number 31, Ethan McLean.
And now we see number 31, Ethan McLean. His first pitch is down for a strike. And that one's outside. A 1-1 count to Ethan. Here's the pitch. As that now makes it a 1-2 count. As that one's low. So even count at 2 apiece. That one is popped up sky high. And first baseman will catch it for out number 3. So Porcupines still on top here. So they have a 5-1 lead over the Legends. Welcome back to Jack D. Hughes Memorial Park. As we see number 10, Alec Marvin. Here in the top of the 5th inning. Porcupine still on top, 5-1 over the Legends. As first pitch is fouled off. So 1 count. As that one's fouled off over the Legends dugout. So 0-2 count to Alec Marvin. And that one's high. So 1-2 count. As that one's hit to left and will be caught by Derek Fay for out number 1. So now we see number 7, Tyler Steele. That one's going to be hit to short. AJ Anderson will handle it and throw it to Ethan McLean for out number 2.
Now batting number 29, Mike Lewisall.
So now we see Mike Lewisall, number 29, with 2 outs and no one on here for the Legends. As that's in for strike number 1. That's a swing and a miss for strike number 2. So Mike is now looking at an 0-2 count. As that one's high. 1-2 count now. And that's going to be a swing and a miss for strike number 3, out number 3 here. As we head to the bottom of the 5th inning, Porcupines still on top, 5-1 over the Legends. Welcome back to Jack D. Hughes Memorial Park as we see a substitution batter, number 17, Tyler Rokes, stepping up to the plate here for the Porcupines. That's down for strike number 1. That one's fouled off into the netting. 0-2 count for Tyler. And that one's going to be low. 1-2 count now. one's fouled off.
Now batting number 33, Eli Shanice.
So now we see number 33, Eli Shanice. As that one's popped up to center. And will be caught for out number 1.
Now batting number 23, Nick Curtis.
So with 1 out, 1 on, we see number 23, Nick Curtis, step up to the plate. As that one's in for strike number 1. And that one's going to be high to even up the count at 1 apiece. And that one drops low. 2-1 count here to Nick. As that one's going to be hit up the middle and into center for a base hit. So Nick Curtis with a single there. As Porcupine runners are now on first and second with only 1 out. And we see number 11, Emerson Monbaron, step up to the plate here. As that one's in for strike number 1. That's down for strike number 2. So early 0-2 count here to Emerson. As that one drops low. 1-2 count now. It's going to be low and into the dirt to even up the count. 2-2. As that one's going to be high, so Emerson now eyeing a full count. That one's fouled off into the netting. This count remains the same. That one's going to be chopped to third and thrown to second. To get 1 out there.
Now batting number 1, AJ Anderson.
So 2 outs, runners on the corners for the Porcupines. We see number 1, AJ Anderson, step up to the plate. As quick meeting on the mound for the Legends to talk things over here with 2 outs. as that one's outside. 1-0 count to AJ. As Emerson goes, and that's hit into the gap, as that will score a run, and Emerson will stay at third. So single for AJ Anderson, that will score in a run. So 6-1 lead for the Porcupines, and we see number 8, Cam Farrell. Runners on the corners. And AJ is going to second. And it's a stand-up still for him. So stolen base for AJ Anderson. As that one's outside. And the count's even at 1 apiece. As that's going to be popped up into right in foul territory. So 1-2 count now to Cam. Runners now on second and third. As that's going to be hit back up. The pitcher thrown to first for out number 3. That the Porcupines still on top. 6-1 over the Legends. Welcome back to the broadcast as we see number 15, Emmerich Brown, step up to the plate for the Legends. As first pitch is outside, so 1-0 count. As that one's going to be hit to left and will be caught for out number 1 here. So now we see number 2, Boone Herman, with 1 out, no one on. As he shows bunts, and it will go on down the third base line, and he will get to first safely. And we see number 5, Christian Chennon. 1 out, 1 on. As we see activity in the Lenoir Legends bullpen as the new pitcher is warming up. As that's quickly thrown back to first place, or first base, and runner will get there safely. And that's down for a strike. And it's going to be hit right to Ethan McLean. And now runners will be on first and second. And now we see Jake Bediglio, number 36. As that one's outside. As that's down for a strike to even up the count, 1-1. That one's going to be outside. And Jake now eyeing a 2-1 count. 1 out. Runners on first and second for the Legends. And that's called strike. So counts even at 2 apiece. And that's going to be low. So full count here for Jake. As that's hit to short, AJ Anderson flip it to second, back to first for the double play. So after all that, Porcupines still on top, 6-1. As we will see you Welcome back to Jack D. Hughes Memorial Park as we see number 10, Derek Fay, step up to the plate.
Derek Fay.
His first pitch goes into right field. And that will be a single for Derek Fay. And now we're going to see number 21, Jackson Hughes, step up to the plate here. No outs. Derek Fay on first. As Derek Fay has had multiple hits in both Game 1 and Game 2. And it looks like there will be a call to the bullpen and pitcher change. As we will see number 7, Tyler Steele, on the mound for the Legends as new pitcher. And there's also been activity in the Porcupine bullpen. As we're at the bottom of the 6th here. If you're just tuning in, the Porcupines have a 6-1 lead over the Lenoir Legends in Game 2 of this doubleheader. As Tyler Steele will have a couple warm-up pitches, and we will resume play here shortly. So number 21, Jackson Hughes, will step back into the box here after the new pitcher change. So pinch runner at first will be number 14, Jacob Ham. As that one's going to be high, so 1-0 count. As that one's going to be hitting to right and be caught for out number 1. So now we're going to see number 31, Ethan McLean, with Jacob Ham on first as pinch runner. And that one's going to be outside for an early 1-0 count. As that one's outside. So Ethan now eyeing a 2-0 count here. That one's going to be popped up into left. And will be caught for out number 2.
Number 17, Tyler Rooks.
So now we're going to see number 17, Tyler Roke, step up to the plate. Jacob Ham still at first. As that one's down for strike number 1. And that one's going to be a swing and a miss, so 0-2 count.
What are they doing? Just checking up on those things hard to stop balls straight to the back. Yeah, I'll try one time. Just skid over my head and put in like 5%. And just stomp them down.
So as Tyler Roke steps back into the box, now eyeing an 0-2 count. That one's gonna be high, so and that's called strike number 3. So I'll be out number 3 here. But the Porcupines still on top as they have a 6-1 lead over the Lenoir Legends. We will see you in the top of the 7th inning. Welcome back to Jack D. Hughes Memorial Park. As we see number 20, Colson Miller, step up to the plate here in the top of the 7th inning of Game 2 of this doubleheader. As number 16, Britton Adams, is on the mound to try to finish this game. As that will be down the third base line, but foul. As that one's going to be high to even up the count, 1-1. As there's activity in the Porcupine bullpen, if needed here in the top of the 7th. As that one's going to be inside. Colson now eyeing a 2-1 count. As that one's going to be hitting to left here. And that will be a single for Colson.
Now batting number 9, Hank Stewart.
And now we're going to see number 9, Hank Stewart, step up to the plate with Colson Miller on first. As going to be a swing and miss. So 0-1 count here to Hank Stewart. As that's going to be hit to second and thrown to first for out number 1 here. As Colson Miller will stand on second. So now we see number 10, Alec Marvin, with 1 out. Colson Miller on second. As that one's going to be outside to make it an early 1-0 count. And that one's going to be chopped to third. Rokes throws it to first. And they got him. So out number 2 here in the top of the 7th.
Now batting number 7, Tyler Steele.
So now we see number 7, Tyler Steele.
Quick hit right here. It's just going to be a first base pop up shot. It's a short call. I'm going to take that speaker.
As that one is inside. 1-0 count to Tyler. That one's going to be popped up over the Legends dugout. So 1-1 count. That one's going to be hit to center. That's going to drop. So 2 outs, runners on the corners for the Legends. And we see Mike Lewisall, number 29. As that's a swing and a miss for strike number 1. And that's down for strike number 2 here. So 2 outs, 0-2 count, runners on the corners. And here's the pitch. As that one's low into the dirt, and Tyler will take second. As that one's going to be high. Evens up the count, 2-2. As that one's hit to Tyler Rokes at third. Thrown to first, Ethan McLean. And that's the ball game. And the Porcupines take this one. They take both game 1 and game 2 of the doubleheader. This one is 6-1 Porcupines. So Porcupines with both doubleheader wins will make the playoffs next this coming weekend. It'll be Thursday in Pineville all the way through Sunday. So, as Porcupines take both games in the doubleheader, signing off from Jack D. Hughes Memorial Park. We'll see you next time.